Hey there, welcome to Koaw Nature's very first Casual Outdoors weekly episode. You can join me, grab a drink as I sip coffee from this beautiful tit as we go over our 3 nature topics every week in under 6 minutes. This is my great tit mug. I'm Koa, and for those of you who are part of this community, you know that my reconnection with nature saved my life. Yeah, that photo right there encapsulates how I felt all too often many years ago. And now I've embraced the science that knows that we humans need to get outdoors for the benefit of our health and happiness. So that's what this weekly series is. I'm just going to show you simple methods to get outdoors for the benefit of your health and happiness. Or you can just enjoy spying on my life. And yes, FYI, I will still be producing my normal animal science and nature videos. So I'm going to show you what I do and how I do it every week. And no, I'm not going to be showing you the glamorous adventures of some Instagrammer's exotic lifestyle who's base jumping off an African mountain one week and then kissing dolphins in Mexico the next. If you're like me, then you have a family to tend to, responsibilities at home, work to do, and other accomplishments to achieve. I gotta stop taking my spelling advice from 45. Let's replace that H and how do we forget the P? Accomplishments. Yeah, okay. So each week we'll go over 3 quick things. First, we'll go over a nature activity, an outdoors activity that I have tested just for you. You're welcome. I'll even rate it on a scale of simplicity and cost. Next, I'll quickly go over some fascinating aspect about our natural world to briefly expand our nature smarts. And finally, we'll end with something random but relevant. So this may be me answering a viewer question or comment. Maybe we'll play What's That Animal? Maybe we'll go silly. Maybe we'll go cerebral. And I'm also down to take suggestions of nature activities down below. A bird walk is this week's casual outdoors activity. And I had never actually done one of these before, and I'm so glad that I did. What is it? You just basically go outside and you look for birds and you try to identify and locate as many as you can. Simple. And essentially, I'm doing this anytime I'm outdoors anyways. I'm trying to identify all creatures I see. And ever since I acquired my new Nikon, I've been shooting everything like mad. But a bird walk is just about birds. And it's so relaxing just walking, listening, and looking. It's that simple. You can use the Merlin Bird ID app, which is absolutely free to help you identify the birds around you. So how do you find these bird walks? Well, check your local nature center's website or Facebook or Instagram. They'll probably have some listed. If not, check your Parks and Recreational Department on your local city's website. Yeah, that's like Leslie's Parks and Rec. That's what she did. That was a good show. It's even a great task for your kids. I took the girls on one just yesterday, and we saw many cool birds, and we also saw a fox, which was so cool. That was the first fox they'd seen. They were so happy. So if you find one of these scheduled walks, then you'll probably get an experienced guide or two, and this is great. And let me explain why. Because I had 2 expert guides, and they were so amazing. They were picking up birds, dozens of different species, just by hearing them. And just in that short period of time, I was able to learn so much from them. And that's my next goal for birding around here. There are so many different languages of these birds to learn. It's just a skill that I want to get. Also, if you want to knock your birding up a level, there is this amazing application called eBird, which is developed by the Cornell Lab of Ornithology, and you can start creating a life list of all the birds you've seen. It's absolutely free, and it's pretty easy to use. You just sync the app with your walk, like when you're in the field, and it'll track your GPS as you mark down all the birds you spot, and it's real easy data entry. You can add photos too. You can even go back and create checklists on the website. Like I tossed up some bird photos from when I was in London in January. And if you go with a group, only one person needs to be entering this information. Cost-wise, most bird walks are free, and you don't even need binoculars, but they do help. So if you can't borrow a pair for free, you can get a cheap pair for like $30. That's pretty decent for what you need. And simplicity-wise, on the simplicity scale, I'm just going to make this the easiest task you do. Because you don't even need to go walking. You could park your car somewhere and sit in your car and look out the window. You could even look out the window of your own home to do this. And still insert the data into eBird. You just say, hey, I was stationary the whole time. Next topic. Nature is nifty. So one of my patrons, Budisha, Boudica. I gotta figure out how to say that. She sent me an article in the Denver Post about some researchers at my old university, and what these guys discovered was a strain of bacterium that reduces stress. So now let's rewind to when I made that video for you all when I put dirt in my mouth, and I let the girls do the same to show and talk about the science of how getting dirty benefits our microbiome. And it's so cool that these scientists have discovered one of what's probably many bacteria that can reduce stress. The next work for these research is probably working to figure out how to synthesize the components of that bacterium that reduces stress so they can, make medicine for it. Dealer's choice. Normally we won't be running out of time like this, but I had to explain all that stuff to you. Now I'm wasting even more time talking. Anyways, what's that animal? Let's play it. Whoever identifies this animal in the comments down below first gets a shout out in next week's Casual Outdoors Weekly. Spread some knowledge. Be nature heroic. Like and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Otherwise, you're going to miss out on more weeklies.